you will definitely get a job. That is for sure. Getting a job in Canada is not difficult. You will get it. And finally, I would like to mention is, if you have a friend here and if they are working in some store and if they refer you, there's a good chance to get a job quickly. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to Get to Know Me Part 3. And also I have come up with a new topic which is very important when you reach here in Canada, that is your resume and how you get your part-time job. So all the steps, I will be talking about all those things. So let's start with the video. So today I'm gonna talk about what was my education background and what was my work experience back in India. So I completed my information technology bachelor's degree from Nagpur, and then after that I worked in Pune for nearly 3.5 years as a senior research associate, that too in IT department. So this is just about me. Part 3, I'll be talking more about me in the next sessions. So let's just come into our main topic, our resume. So when we come here in Canada, the most important factor for the students who want to get a part-time job is your resume. That is for sure, right? So what all things you have to do in order to get a perfect part-time job? What all are the steps that you need to follow? So I will be talking on that, and also what all things I did. So let's come on that. So when I came here in Toronto, after that I went to my sister's place and there I was searching for a job. So the first step I had to do was update my resume, because my resume was according to my IT background experience. It was all regarding the experience that I had in my field and things like that. So obviously what most of the students do is they entirely change their resume, as in they do not keep that part in the resume, and what they do is they just use a totally different format and a totally different experiences, and they make a new resume. But what I felt personally is you don't have to do that. And what I did was, I already had a resume. So what I did, the first main thing you have to do in order to get a job here is, on the top of your resume, your existing resume, on the top of the name and address and email ID you write, on the top of that write your availability. Availability is one of the important factor, because they check whether you are available according to their need. So obviously in order to get a job quickly, you need to write the maximum availability so that you can get hired easily. So just write it, just minus your class hours. Probably it would be in the morning, or some people might have in the evening. Their class hours would vary according to the college. So for example, my college hours were in the morning, 8 to 11, 8 to 11 or 12. So what I gave was 12 to night, and Saturday Sunday obviously full time availability. So you can write, that is a good availability by the way, so you can write it that way. Or if you want to give more availability, just mention it there. After that, what you can do is, you have your introduction part in your resume. So the second step what you can do is, usually what we do is, in resume we write our intro name, address and the email ID, and then our introduction, and then our work experience, right? So what some students do is they just change, like I mentioned, they just change everything. You don't have to particularly do that. Yeah, so what I actually did for my resume was, I had an experience, I had this experience of customer service. I used to communicate with different clients. I had to deal with various clients, and obviously we had a communication in our office. So whatever job you do, that is a customer service, right? you know what they want from your side, and you know like what all things you need to do to satisfy that customer. So wherever you work, whatever it is, like in a cafe, in a restaurant, or anywhere, what they actually look for is, do you satisfy customer? So customer satisfaction is one of the most important factor, and customer service also comes under that only. But yes, so that is the important factors you need. And obviously the communication is might be good, right? And that's, we write IELTS exam and then we reach here. Confidence is a different thing that will come to you eventually when you'll start communicating with different types of people from different countries, so that will come to you automatically. Yeah, so we will come back to confidence and how to boost your confidence and all. We'll come back to it later, maybe sometimes later. But let's talk about this topic, like how we will, combine all these factors and how we will write the experience for restaurant, job, and cafe. So, I'll just mention, I'll just talk about what I did. So, what I did was I just picked up all these factors. Like, I worked for various clients, I know how to satisfy customers. I had this service, I did this customer service job. So obviously in KFC, DQ, Domino's, McDonald's, they all need this people who can manage drive through, who can manage the front desk, and who can manage everything that comes under the front area of the shop. So for that part, they look for these people who can communicate properly with the customer, who can deal with the customer properly, who can patiently work with the customers. So you can write all those factors there, that you had the experience back in India, and this will play a major role. You don't have to fake everything that I mean, some people do that. Maybe, I'm not sure. I have heard about it. So you don't have to do all those things. Just write whatever you did in India, and you will get that. But the only thing is, when you write the resume, write it properly, like highlight it properly, write so that when the um, interviewer who is reading your resume should see that yes, he has all these qualities, he or she can manage everything, and you have written your availability top on the top of your resume, which is like he can instantly pick everything and he will give a call. He will definitely give you a call if your resume stands out. She or she will definitely call you. So likewise I did. And what you can do is, when you come here, it's not that you apply only in LinkedIn, in Indeed. There are many apps where you can apply for your job, like LinkedIn, it. Back in India we apply in LinkedIn, but here Indeed also works a lot. In Indeed you can apply for job. And then the third part is, which is important, when you come here, move out and go to places where there are many stores available. And just go out, take a lot of printouts of your resume, just go walk in and give them the resume. That just ask them first, are you guys hiring? And if they say yes, some might say, we are not hiring right now, but you can drop your resume here. And some might say, we can hand over your resume to our manager, you can keep it here. You will hear different kinds of statements from different stores. What you can do is just go, drop your resume there, and second shop, and the third shop, and the fourth shop. Just do it, because when you reach here, obviously you need to work hard for the few days, because if you don't do that, you won't be getting job. If you just sit in your room and just apply online, luckily you might get some call, but it's not necessary that you will get a call. It might take a longer time, like 1 month, 2 month. Why to wait till then? Apply online, and if you're free, just go out and given the stores that are near to your house, just do that. You will definitely get a call that way. And patience is obviously important. It's not necessary that just because I got it, you will also get it, because it depends on the stores and the requirement. If they are not hiring, then obviously they might not hire you, right? They need the they need the space to hire you. So that way it would work. So Indeed, LinkedIn, and walk in, just go and give. Yeah, so the next thing is, when you go to the stores, make sure, like, I don't know if it's how it works, but what I've heard is, If you go before like 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., like during the morning hours, or in between 10 to 3, you will get, like, if you go to the stores, managers are usually available during those time. And if you go by evening, what will be happening is you will just drop your resume, and they might not even notice that you have somebody came and dropped their resume. So just for your information, I'm just letting you know that it would be good if you go between morning 10 to 3 o'clock, so that if there's manager available there, they can just you can just directly give your resume to the manager. So that way it's good, right? You can directly have the contact, you can directly communicate with the manager, and that would be also a good opportunity for you to get hired quickly. So these are the important things. And what else? Yeah, so now, for example, if you get a job here and you worked somewhere, and like if you know someone in Canada, what you can do in your resume is you can write the reference number below on the last part of your resume. Like, you obviously write your number and email ID on the top, right? So what you can do is on the below part, you can write some numbers, like if you have any family friend here, or a manager with whom you have already worked with, you can write their numbers and name. You can mention their names and giving the reference, so that in case they didn't get, that would happen. But I've seen here that most of the people write the reference numbers below. So that is also a good way to do, because if they want to know something about you, they might call these people and ask about you. This happens very rare, but this might happen. So you can do that too. Like, you can write anybody's number who you trust here, so who can tell good things about you to the manager, whoever is calling. So that way, that is also a factor. And you can write your achievements in the resume. I don't know, that will you know affect your hiring session, but what I have felt is you can write extracurricular achievements too, because I have written it there. They will see your personality overall, and you have to stand out for sure. So if you have some good achievements, do write there. And the final part is when you are hired. So now, when you are hired, what all things you have to make sure, what all things you have to do. So here, when you are get hired, as in when you are they will call you for an interview. I'm sorry, if they like your resume, they will call you for, they will schedule a time for your interview, and you will go there. What all things you have to take is, you can take your study permit, you can take your SIN number, your important documents, your identity. So you can take those things just for the safety. If they hire you, they might ask all these things. And so when you go there, they might ask you several questions, like your introduction and things regarding serving, and related to their work, like cafe, restaurant. Like, they will give you some scenarios. Be prepared for that. Be prepared, as in you don't have to prepare like technically prepared, but that is some general question they will ask you. So for that, naturally, you need to have that boldness, that smart personality inside you, to answer all the things in a smart way, whatever it is. For example, I like when I went for an interview, the interviewer asked me, like, if you have this situation, like if a customer comes in and he or she like got angry, like there's some conflict between you guys, how, being a server, how you will manage that situation. So in that case, that is nothing that we have to learn, right? That is some common sense, and we can give answer to that very smartly. So what I said was, instantly something came into my mind. I have to talk about this, relating to this field's work. So I said, I will, just talk to the customer, like what is his or her problem is, and I'll try to understand the problem first. And if it is something minute, I will handle it. Like, I will, if it is something related to food or anything that happened in my side, I will try to fix that. And if it is something major that might affect company's reputation or anything, then I will try to contact the management. I'll try to talk to manager, and then he or she will, you know, interact with them and try to fix that problem. So this is the case. And the second question that was asked was, what if there's some problem with your billing issue, how you will fix that, not as in how you will make sure that you have given a correct amount back to the customer. So I said that counting, I will make sure, I'll be attentive, I'll make sure that I'm counting the money properly, I'll check the bill twice, and then I'll give that money back to the customer. So that is the answer I said. And the third question is, um, if you were into a situation where the store was not clean, and you were disturbed, or you were angry, things like that. So in such scenario, what they're trying to check is how you manage that situation and how you are dealing that situation. So you have to think smartly. If you're getting angry, which means you're not patient. The reply to that question I gave was, so my answer was like this, that usually, you know, I never get angry when I'm working, because I know that this is my responsibility. I have to work harder, and if at all some situation comes like that, I know that I have to do it because it's a part of my job. So they are just trying to twist the your mind, and they're just trying to see if you will handle that situation in a smooth manner, or you are an aggressive person. So that is what they're trying to see. Okay. And also they might have to know that whether you are clean, and whether you keep all the things in a right manner, or certain things in the kitchen or wherever you're going to be assigned. So they're just trying to know all those things. So be smart and answer in a smart way. And the fourth question, the next question that was asked to me was regarding cash money. So before going for an interview, make sure that you know each and every notes, like what coin is what, like 25 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. Know the differences. It's obvious when we come here, we don't know like the differences. It takes time to get used to the money. Even with me, it happened. I was so nervous initially to understand the differences, because the coins are like, for example, 25 cents smaller than the 5 cent. So I used to get very confused. So just know the differences. And the question that was asked to me was, if the customer gives you 20 rupees, they will just ask you some basic questions, and you have to return them a certain amount. For example, dash dash dot 99 cents. So how much you will return to them. So if suppose it's 13.99, it is equal to 14 cents. Okay. So minus that is there will be their return. So they're just trying to know from your side that whether the that difference. Like, it's like, for example, 99 cent is a round figure of 14, as in the it's all one, they count it as a one. So they are just trying to know that from you. So they will just ask you one numeric question, maybe, if you're working in, if you're going for an store interview. So that's it. And they will give you certain scenarios to know you personally. That's it. That are the only situations and questions they are going to give you. These are the basic things that you have to know. And for that, you just need to have some smartness and some boldness to answer to their question in a smart way. So they will just look into these factors, and just smile at them, just be confident. That's it. And have some self confidence in yourself. Go give as much interviews as you can. That's it. You will definitely get a job, that is for sure. Getting a job in Canada is not difficult. You will get it. And finally, I would like to mention is, if you have a friend here, and if they are working in some store, and if they refer you, there's a good chance to get a job quickly. So definitely, if you have a friend, contact them, make friends, because in Canada we need lots and lots of friends. If you don't have friends, you will feel so lonely. It's not that, not lonely. If you're okay with it, if you are a person who don't want to be in a friend circle, that is fine. But according to me, what I have felt is having a friend circle is very important in Canada, because we need, even that part of our life to enjoy with friends. And if you have a friend circle, they can help you in different ways. If they are working in some stores, they can help you with reference. If you need some place to stay, they can help you. If they know, other people, their mutual friends. So that way, it's a good, way to get all the things in Canada. So I think I have covered all of the factors that is required to get a job in Canada, part-time job in Canada quickly. I hope it helped you guys. Maybe I'll be dividing it into a few parts, because I think it's almost more than 15 minutes. So I'll be dividing it in few parts and then posting it. Um thank you so much guys for watching, and just telling you that next video maybe I'll be posting regarding the bus services in Canada, like um, how to use bus services, and what are the systems here, how we catch a bus, how we get the card for bus. All those things I will be trying to record all those things, so that it would be easy for you to see and understand, and when you come here you can implement that. So maybe I can do that next in the next video. So do subscribe my channel if it is helping you guys. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.